or make you laugh, make you cry like Ain't Life Funny. Ugh.
Hey everybody, this is Matt from Ain't Life Funny. Aaron and I are some dumbasses and didn't record an intro, so just real quick, thanks for listening, and this is episode 23 of Ain't Life Funny Podcast. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Aaron, this is the NFL Week 2 portion of the podcast. So first of all, we were already discussing this, but I had to hit record so we didn't just fuck up and not record some gold here. But so week 1 in the books. As far as the Cowboys go, I know you're very disappointed. You seem actually sort of behind, and you expected this. So, and
I told you, bro.
I
I know my team, Matt. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to sound like, some soothsayer or whatever, but when it comes to the Cowboys, I can smell, like, in the week in advance, the stink coming off of them. And I was just like, I seen the Rams on Hard Knocks. Aaron Donald has a six-pack made out of fucking Animanium. Like, the dude looks like Wolverine or some shit. And it's like, you're not going to – like, we had injuries on the offensive line. Like, our starting right tackle's been out, and he's out on injury reserve and shit. I was like, there's no way we're going to contain that guy with our regular backup lineman, dude. Like, the thing that's crazy about the Cowboys is they've wasted, like, 5 draft picks over the last 4 years on offensive linemen. None of those guys are on the team, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even, like, all the backup guys, like, none of them are on the team. Unless we got a guy out the first round, all the rest of those guys that we got, like, is like, oh, like, some dude named McGovern that we got. And it was like, let's see how he turns out. Guys nowhere to be found. Like, I don't know what happened to him. Like, and it's like, they drafted him, like, the 4th round, dude. It's like, could we gotten maybe another linebacker then, maybe, or something? Like, a corner, a playmaker, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are wasted picks. That's why our team isn't good, man. Like, I called we were going to lose by 3. And the reason why I know we're going to lose by 3 is because exactly why the Patriots have been good for so long is why the Cowboys will never be good. Like, Bill Belichick is totally comfortable winning the game by 1 point, bro. Like, he'll gladly run the ball, do whatever, dink and dunk down the field, waste the time off the clock, strategically kicking to certain parts of the field, like, just so that at the end of the game they have a chance with the ball in their hand to win by 1 point. That's all you need to do. But the Cowboys, it's like they feel like if they're not, like, scoring 27, 28, you know what I'm saying, over 30 points, they feel like they're not doing nothing, bro. And a lot of teams fall victim to that. I think that's the problem with the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you can name a lot of teams like that, dude. Like, the Saints kind of do that shit sometimes. Where it's like, if they're not scoring, they just start airing it out, you know?
Yeah, but they win, dude. They look
well, they got a defense this year, bro. I didn't realize they had so many people in their secondary that are just straight squad, dog. They're like, if you start naming the people they have, if you start naming the people they have in their division, dude, like, they got, like, in their secondary, they have the North Jenkins, first-round draft pick. They got that dude Lattimore, he's a first-round draft pick. Like, he's Pro Bowler and shit. They got fucking Malcolm Jenkins from the Patriots. Like, they got, like, just name after name in that secondary where it's just like, oh, my God, bro. Like, I think they got that dude, the Honey Badger kid from Arizona. Like, they just got,
he's on the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs. That's right.
I didn't even know that either. I saw him on Sunday. I was like, oh, shit. They got him, too? What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. It's going to wind up being the Saints and the Chiefs probably if this shit keep going away from week 1 tell you anything. But we'll see. I mean,
it's crazy how – I mean, Lamar Jackson, though, I don't know. The Ravens look – which sucks for my team. But one thing – I'll say one positive about
you're playing the Browns, bro.
Something that I didn't expect, at least in week 1 to see a result of, is that you guys gave that Alden Smith dude a chance, even though he hasn't played football in 5 years. That guy came day 1 after 5 years of not playing football and looked like a stud.
It was crazy.
How much of a mutant is that guy?
It's crazy when you see what a real defensive player look like, man. But he got on the worst. He's on the worst defense he could have possibly been on, dude. Because the Cowboys are soft as candy up the middle, bro. For the last, 4 years.
Maybe he'll help with that, though.
I pray to God he does, bro. Because, like, our middle interior defense, bro, you can run the ball up the gut on the Cowboys all day, and they will fucking get stumped. That's how we lost to the Rams in the playoffs, bro. Like, I don't know if people remember that game like 2 years ago when they were in the playoffs against the Rams. They ran up the ball with the ball at the gut with C.J. Anderson, and he just bounced around like a pinball on them. And all linebackers fall back. Like, when they tackle, they fall backwards. They don't never knock nobody forward off their ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you need to be doing that. You're giving up yards. You're giving up 4 yards every time that guy lays down. So, I don't know, man.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
I don't like
you
know your team, and I agree. Like, obviously, you do know your team because the record speaks for itself. Now, me, you know me, dude. I like to hate the Steelers because I love them so much. And usually I'm dead on. Usually I know exactly what to expect. I smelled bullshit whenever all this was coming out. I mean, last year we had a great defense, no offense because we had no Ben Roethlisberger. Even I started to get excited because Ben Roethlisberger was coming back. You know, it's hard to find a veteran like that. So I said we were going to win. We're playing the Giants. But in the back of my mind, as with I'm sure a lot of Steelers fans, I know how we play down the competition. We could be a dynamite, undefeated team with no weakness whatsoever and play the shittiest team of all time and only win the game in the last second because we played down to that shit or maybe we'll lose the game in most cases. But I thankfully was wrong, dude. At first, I got real fucking scared because Ben was looking like shit. And I will preface all this by saying it was a shitty Giants team who, got to be honest, I know they have Saquon Barkley, but they don't have much else other than that. That's about it.
They have a Saquon Barkley with no offensive line, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
Ben Roethlisberger had more rushing yards than he did in the game.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
But that's a credit also to a defense who I thought was led by T.J. Watt, but apparently Bud Dupree has now become the god of fucking 3-4 linebackers because, dude.
Bro, when I was looking at the highlights.
Literally could not. First of all, bro. I guess I forgot that he's like 6'8", 270.
He's a monster, bro.
That's insane. Somebody that huge running at you like that, no wonder that guy was running scared.
Bro, all I seen every highlight was just like 3 people tackling Saquon Barkley in the backfield at the same time. It was just like a fucking sack party on the running back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like they don't stand a chance, dude. Like, I actually kind of feel bad for the Giants because they are the worst team in our division right now. And like that's one thing that the Cowboys have in there like against them is that our division isn't really going to lay down for us because they actually will play hard against the Cowboys, I'm sure, because Jason Garrett's old team, he's the coach now and shit. And then the Redskins actually got a defense, bro, which everybody keeps shitting on them. But I've been saying it for the last 3 years, bro. I seen the Redskins go to Seattle and, like, put a hurting on Russell Wilson one day, bro, where it was like, how are they doing this with no quarterback? They held Russell Wilson to like 12 points. I forgot exactly what the score was for that game, but like it was amazing. And I was like, that ain't just no fluke, you know what I'm saying? And then the Eagles are who they are.
Oh,
I seen the Reds. Yeah, they play the Eagles, but like the Eagles are who they are, man. Like I don't think Carson Wentz is that guy. Like you were talking about Dak not being that guy when the pressure's on and shit. I think Dak's the best quarterback in that division. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I think Carson Wentz. I think when shit's not going his way, he just gets tunnel vision, and like before the play even gets called, he's like, I'm gonna throw the ball to that guy. Like this play always works in practice. I'm throwing it to him no matter what happens. And I think he like has that tell or something because if you were looking, like he threw 2 picks, and both times the Redskins went back to the sidelines and were looking like, I told you, like they knew something about what he does, like some little tell that he has in his game. I think they picked up on it, and they were straight up like feasting off of old boy, bro, because they were losing bad. And the next thing you know, it's just like pick up. We're back in the game because like their quarterback's not even good for the Redskins. He's good enough to move the ball enough to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So it was amazing.
I was looking at him like, I wonder if this guy improved at all, but he still looked like a rookie quarterback. He was not. He looked like really robotic back there. But
yeah, man,
they won. So
right.
But
well, I'm glad. I love seeing the Eagles lose.
Yeah, no shit. Me too. I think something with Wentz that nobody, I mean, maybe people think about it, but that guy's knee got shredded. He was like a lot of his stuff was based off him being athletic. So I think now he's healthy, but I think he's lost like, a couple steps because his knee got shredded. So all those things that he might have been able to do before, he just doesn't have the speed to get out, to do those swing passes and stuff. And I didn't watch the game other than just the highlights and stuff, but it was, I don't know. I mean, Dak definitely is the best quarterback in your division. I mean, who else?
People
it's him.
It's between him and Wentz. It's him,
right.
Danny Dimes, and then that Redskin kid, what's his name, Haskins or whatever. But like everybody always wants to try to say that Dak is worse than him. I guess because he doesn't have like a stronger arm. But I think in the modern NFL, it's not all about arm strength anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a quarterback that can run, and then like Dak can run through people like cornerbacks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like that's an asset. You know what I mean? Whereas Carson Wentz, like you said, his knee shredded. He's not going to get to the outside on the hashes and scramble to the sideline on the goal line play or something, or do a read option. You know what I mean? So like you're already limited in that. The fact that Dak can still do that and then make all the throws too, like that's to me makes him a better quarterback. But to each his own. Like if you want to, I think they just want to hate on the running quarterback still. Like there's still that little, bit of drop of guys in it, you know what I mean? Where it's like, well, his arm ain't a cannon, it's like, okay, and neither is Russell Wilson's arm, but at the same time, Russell Wilson makes every play, doesn't get sacked, and fucking is a baller, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does actually kind of have a rocket because that dude used to play baseball too, but it ain't like Peyton Manning, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's just great, dude. He didn't make any mistakes on Sunday, so when you can do that, that's about – you can't really expect anything less now, especially for them. I mean, he's been doing that for a while. Everybody talked shit about that guy when he came into the league, but now he's basically silenced every hater that he ever had. Yeah. I mean,
I got a bold prediction for you, though, for your squad.
Well, was what I was going to say. Before you give me your bold prediction, as far as my team goes, after week 2, I'm very hopeful of the season. I usually, like I said, super skeptical, and I'm going to need to see them play a good team, which even next week, I don't really think that's going to be a good test.
I was about to say, it's going to be a while. That's why I was about to say I got the bold prediction, which is y'all about to be in the playoffs, bro.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about last week that I didn't even realize till I think on Sunday, there's going to be 7 teams in the playoffs now. They added teams. So I think we probably will end up in the playoffs, even if it's just because of that, like a gimme one.
Well, y'all division, man, like you got to realize, bro, off top, y'all got 4 wins, bro. Y'all play the Browns twice, and y'all play Cincinnati twice. Yeah. That's 4 wins. Like, regardless, like I don't see how y'all lose to them. You know what I'm saying? Like Cincinnati is trizash right now. Like I'm talking like bottom of the barrel. I don't even know who's on their team anymore, bro.
Just
like straight up,
quarterback and AJ Green. That's about it.
That's what I'm
saying.
AJ so
Green, I think he gets injured like every 5 minutes now, so it doesn't. I don't know what best he is anymore.
Cincinnati is in rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So off rip, they're not about to beat y'all, bro. If y'all lose to them, that's just off of pride, and maybe they try to show up and do something, or they're gonna do some dirty shit or whatever. Like, but y'all gonna probably beat their ass. And then the Browns are lost in the woods, bro. Like always.
I don't know why
they
constantly gotta. It's like whatever the consensus pick is for a quarterback in a draft, which they always need a quarterback. So it's always they're in the discussion. Everyone's always like, nah. There's always some guy everyone says that you shouldn't draft first, but they go, you know what?
Right.
We know better. Clearly our record speaks for itself. So we're gonna.
Well, you know what my theory is.
And it's just like
my theory with the Browns is that I think that because they're in a town where they've been so bad, they are more in love with being in the papers than actually winning games. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Jerry Jones has that problem too, where he like will say stuff just to make headlines and shit, and he like gets to be in the public eye for the week, and it's fun, I think, to him. I think the Browns don't get that enough, so when they get that chance to like be in the public eye and make that big splash, they can't not do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, It literally could be like, we caught this, like Johnny Football, bro. That's exactly what that was. Like, they basically caught Johnny Football smoking crack, you know what I'm saying? like damn near, you know what I'm saying? And like, it was like, well, he's Johnny Football though, bro. Just imagine, he comes to Cleveland. He's out there chucking it.
He's
Like,
got a
there's whoever their
hashtag,
marketing guy.
guys. He's got a hashtag already. We don't even gotta think
telling
of
you,
this
man.
shit.
It's like the Browns are like the forgotten, lost
You know what's
middle
fucked
child.
up about Johnny Manziel is that guy was so overblown that he couldn't even make it in the Canadian Football League. He couldn't make it in Canadian, like the most beleaguered quarterbacks of all time in the NFL have shined there. And he went there as a young stud, and apparently, like, he couldn't even – I guess you were right. Maybe he was smoking crack or something. I don't remember.
I think that he touched the mountaintop, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at, like, Teddy Bridgewater, you know what I'm saying? Like, that guy has been on mad teams and gets mad respect now because, like, he kept working, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kept grinding. It's like some David Goggins shit where it's like you might not be the best, you might not be the fastest, but you come there every day with the intent of working harder than anyone that you ever seen, you know what I'm saying? And, like, Manziel just got it all from the rip where it was just like, oh, man, I just show up and greatness just happens. Like, I was drunk during the Rose Bowl and I still was out there shining, you know what I'm saying? So in his mind, he got that to fall back on, whereas Bridgewater's fallback is, yo, ain't nobody never gave me shit, so I got to go out there and get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime things get hard, he look back on a hard time, we like, man, I overcame that. Whereas Manziel's fallback is, oh, yeah, man, I wasn't supposed to do that, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got lucky there. You know what I'm saying? And, like, luck only going to get your ass for so far, bro. Talent only get you but so far. At a certain point, it's got to be you got to put in that work, man, and grind. And, like, he just wasn't about that, bro. Because even in the Canadian league, you said, like, in the Canadian football leagues, he could have went there, worked hard for 2 years, got on as a backup somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially now when they in a league where there ain't hardly nobody that can ball, bro. And they even talking to Kaepernick again. You don't think Johnny Football's name still would have held some weight if he would have went to Canada and just did anything, dog? Like, he could have just averaged 200 yards a game.
Some good tape on. I remember watching one game and just like be like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. Is he gonna light it up? No.
Crazy, bro. People just don't.
It was even more boring than Canadian football usually is.
Right.
You don't
it's just also like I said. Just pride, bro. Like, you get to that point where it's just like, man, I'm too good to be going there. It's like, this shit beneath me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, you'll see.
Good luck.
You'll see. Right, because football is one of them football one of them sports where, like, that shit like shows on film, you know what I'm saying? Where, like, the best cornerback might go against the best receiver and get beat, but then, like, that cornerback that offseason will go and work hard and study tape and shit, and then the next game they play, he'll lock them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the beauty of football, like the game within the game. And, like, if you ain't thinking like that, you'll never get – that's why Brady's so good. Brady spent every hour watching tape, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit adds up, bro. Like, I know people don't like that shit or whatever, and I know a lot of players maybe not into that, but that's how you get good at that level, bro, because everybody already talented. You know what I'm saying? Everybody already running 4 or 5 speeds and shit. So, but, yeah, man. Still going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, just based off the defense, the only teams we're going to be – I feel like we might even be able to steal one from the Ravens. I know they have a better quarterback, but I feel like we might be – it just depends, like, their tight end situation. That's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about.
Well, you guys are like the Giants were that year when they went to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got the ability to be that type of team where it's like – you can already, like, let's name the AFC playoff team that's going to wind up showing up. Chiefs for sure, you know what I'm saying? Ravens for sure. Definitely, I'm thinking the Chargers might wind up and actually do something this year because they kind of got a little bit of a squad, bro. They got a defense, man, that people don't really think about.
Well, I mean, the Raiders were –
I'm thinking they're going to be the wild card. Oh, yeah, the Raiders was looking all right, too. They're going to be somebody to think about, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's the thing. It's like the 2 top tiers is the Ravens and the Chiefs, and then, like, the bottom, the next tier is, like, like the Steelers, like Chargers, Raiders, like all kind of in there.
I feel like we're better than all those teams, though. Like, I feel like our defense is top tier. It's our offense we got to worry about.
The Bills,
really, because
you know what I'm saying?
Ben Roethlisberger's so old.
But
I mean, I'll say this: like, if he gets injured, it's a whole nother ball game, which it could definitely happen. It happens most years.
What's hurting y'all right now is y'all lost that running back.
I don't really.
Y'all need it.
You know what's really fucked up is a fan of this guy. I love James Conner to death, but that guy who was behind him, this Benny Snell dude, I think he's actually way better.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, to me, that's the key for y'all, though. If y'all can have a ball control offense, Ben Roethlisberger only throwing the ball like 25, 30 times at the most,
Yeah.
That's where y'all gonna shine. You know what I'm
Plus,
saying?
we
And
have a
then
guy
just like,
behind Snell who's named Jalen Samuels, I think, who is more of a
Yeah.
speed back, Willie Parker type. And
yeah.
so I think we're still okay. I don't know what James Conner's situation is. I just know that, dude, that guy did survive cancer, and I know I don't have the same athletic base that he does, but the fact that he did anything like close to what I did and got to the NFL period is a miracle. And
Oh yeah.
if somebody tackled me once, I would shatter like Samuel L. Jackson in Unbreakable. I would shatter.
Me too. Shit. Me
Oh,
too. And I ain't got no
you
cancer.
know?
Bro. That's just the nature of what the shit is, bro. Like,
But I mean, that
I find
shit
it.
would shred somebody. I mean, his muscles there's got to be some sort of deterioration that hasn't happened to other athletes. So maybe he'll do good. I think he actually might come back. He has a different style. And I think that maybe his is more sort of timing and power. So we had some issues with our line. The guy who is our DeCastro is one of our big linemen on offense. He was out, and I think there was just some shit where he wasn't necessarily getting the holes that he needed. So I'm not closing the book on him, but I just think that the guy who was his backup is not necessarily backup caliber. He's a starter that just happened to be a younger guy who hadn't established himself, but he did good. He got over 100 yards. I don't really think there was more than 2 or 3 other running backs that got over 100 yards on Sunday or Monday or Thursday.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what you got to worry about with like when you lose those linemen is like all the protections change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like they got to get used to each other. And then like when you got that young running back, you got to worry about like pass blocking. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really running the ball so much as like, can he get Ben Roethlisberger enough time to drop the bombs? You know what I'm saying? But I think if y'all are smart, y'all wouldn't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember how like old school Kansas City used to be when they had Jaworski as the coach and shit, where it was like they would run the ball, but then they would do everything off of play actions. You know what I'm saying? Where they would roll out and like Ben Roethlisberger can still do that. Like he still got legs. You know what I'm saying? Like just play off of stuff like that where you're not really trying to like just stand back in the pocket like a statue and actually like do some mixed directions and stuff. I think that'll give y'all a better chance of actually being a good team. But I didn't really get a chance to analyze y'all offense like I wanted to, man. I got to go to bed early now, man. I'm on some waking up early and getting it in type
during
shit.
the fucking game anyway. Like I honestly,
Let's talk about that,
bro.
Monday Night Football is trash, bro. Like their announcers are like listening to a youth pastor or some shit, bro. Like it's like what is happening?
But he's a college analyst, and I don't know, man.
Terrible.
Like it just wasn't. He's not the color commentator guy that they need. They need somebody. I'll take Dennis Miller at this point, just saying some dumb shit.
Bro, it's so bad, man. Like they need to just let like 2 regular just football dudes do it, but like it wouldn't be me and you because we'd be cussing too much.
Well, I just wish you could figure out a way to do something live where it was just like basically a commentary track where you could watch the game but just have to listen to other, like almost like that E button on a remote where you could switch it and make it different announcers and stuff.
Yeah, man.
It'd be nice, but I don't know. It was nice. It was definitely nice just to watch football anyway. I got into it, and I don't know. For your team, I think it's not necessarily indicative of the year, but I'll listen to what you got to say about that. I think the Steelers will make the playoffs. I said that before. I don't think they're going to – it's just hard to see them beating the Chiefs, but it's a whole season away, so who knows where we're going to be at by the end of the season. But I think they'll make it to the playoffs. I could see that.
Right. Like I said, I think that Ben Roethlisberger got enough skill, and all the other teams, like I said, that those middle of the pack teams all have quarterback questions, bro. Like I said, Chargers. David Carr kind of is an established quarterback, but everybody's always had a question mark over him. Josh Allen for the Bills, he ain't, no superstar stud. The Dolphins ain't about to do shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? No. Like I can't even name another AFC team that's even in that pack. I'm trying to think like who else is kind of out there, but
well, I guess people would say the Texans, but I mean they got kind of embarrassed a little bit on.
Well, they
were playing
They got nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, they got nothing to be ashamed of because like the Texans they're a good squad, but the problem with the Texans division is that they play Tennessee and they play the Colts.
Damn, that's
like
a tough division, though.
That division beats itself up every year, bro. Like, because Tennessee was actually looking kind of good, man. They actually might be that sleeper team again that'll sneak in that 7th spot. You
They
know
got
what I'm saying?
Henry,
Like,
dude. If they got that guy and
That's
he's
what I'm saying.
healthy, I don't want to play
Bro,
with him.
that guy is like 245 pounds of straight bricks,
It's like
dude.
I said, dude.
Like-
Imagine Bud Dupree running at you with a ball in his hand.
It's crazy, man.
It's
Like
not
straight
like
sack
Travis
of
Henry ain't
bricks.
trying to avoid contact. He is running at
Oh,
whoever he
Derrick
sees.
Henry, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
he
Henry.
ain't running out the way of nothing. Yeah, it's like get out. You want to tackle me? You gonna feel this tackle, and then he runs over you, bro. It's amazing, dog. Like
Well,
straight up.
So we got to keep this pick'em shit going now. So for me,
Uh,
I'm gonna tell you the games between our two, like for both of our teams. So Pittsburgh plays Denver on Sunday. Denver lost. Pittsburgh obviously won. I'm obviously picking Pittsburgh on this one. I can't see them losing to them. I didn't see anything from Denver.
are y'all in Denver?
No, it's at Pittsburgh. So
Oh yeah, they're gonna lose, bro.
I
Denver
don't-
looked bad. Like they should have lost that game against the Titans by twice as many points because
Yeah.
their Titans kicker went out there and missed like 3 kicks. You know what I'm saying? So like off rip, like they were getting their ass kicked, bro. Because like Titans, that's really how they're supposed to win. Like they're a field goal kicking team, bro. They're not gonna hit home runs. They run the ball and they score and then they have a good defense behind it. Like if their kicker wasn't missing, they would have got blown out Monday night. It wouldn't even been close. So y'all about to smack them, bro.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to be about the same as it was last week. So I'd say Steelers beat the Broncos 24-14.
Oh, I'm thinking it's gonna be a fucking super ass whooping where it's gonna be like
Shit.
21-7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give them one touchdown, only like in trash time touchdown at the end of the game. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Y'all actually might wind up getting 30 on them, bro. But I'm gonna just keep it low because I feel like y'all might have some sympathy in your heart and just be like, we just want to, beat them and be nice. I think it's gonna be like 21-7.
Okay, hold on one
At
second.
least.
So you're saying 21-7. And I said 24-14.
Now this next game that we're about to predict, I have to pick the Cowboys, bro. Like I don't really have a choice because Skip Bayless, old crackhead ass, once again, I told you, said he thinks in the first 6 games the Cowboys about to be 6-1, which is like, what type of dope did you smoke that morning? Because we played we played that team, right? We got beat. We played the Rams, got beat. Played Atlanta at Cowboys, and then we played Seattle at Seattle. It's like, how are we going to get out in 3 games without losing, bro? So we're going to lose to Seattle. I just want to go ahead and put that out there. Like we're not that team, dude. Like sometimes we actually do play Seattle kind of good. I don't know why, but I saw DK Metcalf, bro. We don't got nobody in our team that can stop that motherfucker. Not even close. Like not even close.
I don't know
dog.
where he came up with 6-0. I could have seen you beating both the first 2 games, winning the first 2, but you lost the first one.
I think he was saying we were
Atlanta.
gonna beat the Rams and beat Atlanta and then lose to Seattle. But
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that's how he was thinking, but we can't guard DJ Metcalf at all, bro. So like this Atlanta game, I have to pick the Cowboys simply because I don't want them to be 0-3 to start the season. But I'm thinking it's gonna be some bullshit where it's like 24-23 on a last-second miracle field goal, 60-yard field goal to win the game type shit, bro. Like that's the only way I see this going our way, bro.
oh man, this is like super tough, but I got to give it to you. But I don't think 20.
Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself, Matt. You
I
can
think
pick
I'm
Atlanta.
going 12-10. You guys, it's gonna be a boring game.
You're probably right because what'll probably happen is it's just gonna be a bunch of slop. You know what I'm saying? And like wind up beating them because Atlanta finds ways to beat themselves. I can't really explain what's up with them, man. Like they really shouldn't have lost last week. I forgot who they was playing. They was playing somebody, but their defense is actually really quick, sideline to sideline. Oh, they was playing Seattle. But yeah, like over the top, bro. Russell Wilson, I'm telling you, man, DJ Metcalf is a whole other type of animal, bro. Like, I don't know if you like.
He's
bro,
too
that pass he
fucking
can do-
big, dude.
It's a super shredder.